Sometimes you gotta wake up, understand, listen, and sit down and have a conversation.
The communists in Minnesota have become entrapment con artists. So they'll probably put someone in jail first before you can ever exploit them. As a communist on the basis of an entrapment, which if they are civilian, usually they'll do an ensnarement in court under false allegations, which is not called entrapment. Because they're not using a government official to do it, but they will do it by manipulating government officials as well as the person they're stealing from and robbing completely. And they're people who use law for evil. They have learned to lawyer their way around. A lot of these types of people that we're talking about here typically don't get any better. They actually choose to get worse. The understanding is that I know it, but other people don't believe me. And because they take all this time to try to believe it, sending out investigators and all this bullshit, the reality is they won't. But only start to believe it a little more sometimes. But that doesn't prove anything to the baiter. They are superior to the ignorant ones who don't know how to use the law for evil. In Minnesota, the 911 dispatched male officers and a couple of female officers at different times. They allowed me to be robbed, beaten, assaulted, frauded, and never paid me any respects back for any of it. And even if they were to say it was a debt collection, musical instruments are exempt from debt collections by law in the state of Minnesota anyway. My duty is to retreat when I'm already in my own home and the police don't get them out. And that must mean they set up the entrapment using a criminal. And that makes them look good because the officers didn't do it. See, I'm not against the government. I am against illegal sting operations not signed by a judge setting me up to fail, causing me to fail to pay a debt, causing the judicial branch to be manipulated into arresting me for contempt of court for failure to pay. See, the criminal baiter criminal enterprise here in Minnesota set these things up using laws for evil to ensnare repeatedly, and the ignorant think it is some sort of crime they committed. Nope, it was entrapment. When a person is then forced to defend themselves or retreat, they call you an abuser and that you're neglecting someone if you leave, and all this fake news. The criminal did, that's what I'm talking about, is B-A-I-T-E-R-S. As Dr. Phil could better explain them types of people. They're typically backstabbers, abusers, imposters, takers, exploiters, and reckless because they were reckless with my life. And when I have to pay off my debt still after their malfeasances of law, I found no protection calling 911. In fact, I couldn't even get my police reports to make sure that I made an accurate report of crime. So that means to me that if they're not going to cooperate with enforcing the law or even taking documents or evidence to prove there was a crime in the first place, that means that they set it up. And they're criminals who are running our police offices in St. Louis County, Minnesota, entrapments against the law. It's a government crime. That just means it's a double swinging door. So they can use the law to create slavery and force me into slavery whenever they want. Because you have to pay your debts to the court, right? And if they manipulate a judge, they get to do anything and everything they want or ever wanted, which is not the law and not God.